E-mobility charging service providers are required to seek certification from the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority before setting up. This is among new electric mobility charging guidelines aimed at standardizing the charging points for electric vehicles and battery swapping for electric motorcycles. Here is Alan Ooko once again with the details.
Adoption of electric vehicles and motorcycles is expected to help reduce emissions by 3.46 metric tons by the year 2030. As Kenya drives towards e-mobility, the government has unveiled new guidelines on charging ports in efforts to ensure uniformity.
Why don't we expand it today by moving quickly on e-mobility? We have got our geothermal, we've got our solar, we've got our wind, and we are privileged because our leaders of yesterday invested significantly on renewable energy, and because we are there, we can quickly move into e-mobility and stop importing petroleum products.
Government officials believe Kenya can leapfrog its peers in e-mobility, especially with enabling policies.
So there is real opportunity in accelerating this development very quickly. Others see 2030, 2040. I do see a real exponential growth in this sector. And therefore, those of us who want to do business, the window to do business is 1 or 2 years. It will not be 5 years.
For us at the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, we have been keen, and as you may note, we have been hard at work to work on a system to transition into green mobility through laying down a regulatory framework and building confidence in the public that will ensure that we move and shift to electric vehicles.
We are looking at growing the consumption of EVs, from about maybe 10 gigawatt hours to about 4,000, almost 4,000 gigawatt hours.
The new EV charging guidelines are set to, among others, encourage electric distribution systems, promote affordable electric charging tariffs, and create employment opportunities for small businesses.
We're able to analyze and establish a non-discriminatory maximum markup for battery charging and swapping stations. These markups will be applied to cars, to buses, and to motorbikes. And this will ensure investors enjoy a profit margin in running these stations, whilst consumers are protected from potentially high rates that will be exploitative.
The battery swapping service is not widespread in Kenya, in part because there were no standardized batteries, in particular electric motorcycles, and there was no clear direction on the installation, reticulation, specification and certification of personnel handling e-mobility charging points and battery swapping infrastructure, even as cable-based charging remains as the standard form.
The truth of the matter is that the globe is moving to electric mobility. For instance, those that make internal combustion engine vehicles say that in 10 to 12 years, they will cease completely making ICE vehicles. And now Kenya is rushing to pick up the pace in making e-mobility the in thing in the next few years. Alan Ooko, Prime Edition.